All right, you guys, stick around. We're going to veer away from the build series. All right, so a little over a week ago, I had a mishap. You guys remember I did a little video, I think it was on clearing a little bit of my land. Well, that evening I started one of the small brush piles. I started it on fire, and because we had some rain and there was no wind or nothing like that, and everything looked good. And let her burn down, had me a cold beer, and I went to bed. And there was a little smoke in the center of the pile, and everything looked good. And then the next morning, I woke up, and there was no smoke. And I went to Idaho, and had good moisture in the morning, and went to Idaho to go pick up that sawmill. And I came home, took my time coming home, and I came home to this 7 acres. 7 acres burnt. And I'm man enough to say I screwed up, and trust me, it'll never happen again. I can say that. Yeah, if you look at some of this stumpage right here, that's how deep the duff was, because I cut them off the top of the duff, and so all that duff in there burnt up. It went way up in there. 7 acres burnt. So I already threw some seed down, talked to the forester, and he said, yeah, go ahead and seed it. We're really dry right now. So anyways, it was pretty scary. Had, I think 17 firefighters on the scene, and they cut a containment line around it. You can see I still have they still have the hose out. I think they're off on another fire. We're super dry right now. But yeah, it's a mess, guys. I'm pretty embarrassed by it. So yeah, kind of licking my wounds on this one. So far, I haven't heard from anybody as far as a fine or nothing like that. So gosh, I hope not. But it is what it is. If I get one, I get one, you know. So today we're gonna do a little video on some of the cleanup here. Yeah, I got chippies running around. They're eating my damn seed. So the dogs are having a good time with them. So, but I don't know what I'm going to cut yet. I'm going to have a shit ton of firewood now right off my property. So, which is nice. I think we're going to take, that down there. Eventually, I'm going to take this big one down here. I'll drop this one here. Make a good saw log. I know it's still green, but I need some saw logs too. It came, let me show you over here. Thank God it went up the hill, but it came about 8 inches from my old fur shed. So, yeah. So, not good, guys. Pretty scary stuff. So, anyways, it is what it is. You learn from your mistakes, and always do better, huh? Let's cut some wood. Someone was giving me shit about my old chainsaw. Here it is right here. Had it sitting right next to that tree right there. Pretty sad about this saw. He told me I needed to get a Husqvarna. I don't fall for all that bullshit, guys. You know, if you guys want to cry Chevy, Ford, and all of that, you know, go ahead. Just keep me out of it. I got no time for that kind of stuff. But this saw right here, I got it when my son was a baby, and it's one of the first farm bosses. Really good saw, and I'm just sad that it's gone. Just love that saw, but I don't know. It is what it is. All right, let's go cut some wood with the newer steel that is okay, but I'd rather have this one. This is where an old stump was that burnt out. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Awesome. Fire's just It amazes me. It's scarier than shit. All right, let's take this guy down here. All right, you guys, that's what's going on in my life right about now. Anyways, lots coming up, you guys. Got the F4WM banquet this weekend. Yeah, the next weekend is going to be Ronan, the Montana Fur Harvester's first annual spring rendezvous. And then the weekend after that, I head up to the Yak for the Willow Bend Trading Post, their season opener with Tom Orr and all of that. And then let me think what else comes after. I think it's Idaho. Idaho's after that. And then Escanaba. I got a little bitty break in June, but after that, it's balls to walls. All right, you guys, talk to you later. Have a great one.